As the island spirals deeper into explosive chaos, Battle Royale is gearing up for its biggest final live event of the year, and it's coming fast. The latest update drops the first details about this, so get comfy, because there's no better time to dive into the ultimate guide to Oninoshima. Let's kick things off with the map changes that could bring us closer to the final live event. And for the first time in a while, I've actually got to give Epic props. Right out of the gate this season, the island update feels legit. The first thing you'll notice jumping out of the battle bus is Utopia City, or rather, Dystopia now. Just like I predicted in my last video, the bugs are marching across the island, and barely half the city remains standing. They've even covered the 0-point statue in swarm nests. Still, down by the shore, Epic dropped in a full-on summer vibe. Speakers, umbrellas, a chill zone. Respect where it's due. But even with the party spots, the bigger picture's clear. The infestation's turning Oninoshima inside out, and Utopia's fall is only the beginning. As we all remember, the 0-point vault from the city just vanished into thin air. So for the island, that's more of a reputation loss than anything else. And OXR? So far, our so-called saviors aren't really living up to the hype. These elite soldiers couldn't even protect their own outpost near the Kappa Kappa factory. The base is almost completely destroyed and overrun by bugs, and everyone stationed there got trapped. Jade ended up sealed inside a bug egg that we'll have to break her out of. And she's not the only one. Kendo Dago and Night Rose also got cocooned at their own outposts. So right now, OXR is all style, no results. We'll see what Onyx Winter does next. Meanwhile, the shady monolith threw in more mystery. The spot now spawns extra chests, but here's the weird part. If you get close, you can hear strange, unexplainable sounds. No official info on what they mean or why the monolith is even here. For now, all we can do is keep watching this anomaly. The bugs also caused a new headache for the train, which is now stuck between Demon's debris and the Foxy Floodgate. Honestly, I couldn't care less about this rusty tin can. Even if it worked, it was pretty useless anyway. Story-wise though, this update kinda dropped the ball. No new dialogues, no story quests, no hints about what's next. For now, we just work with what we've got. And on the gameplay side, this new update is straight fire. Finally, Epic remembered they've got more modes than just Blitz. And the star of this update? Precision Airstrike. This isn't just another weapon, it's a full-on weapon of mass destruction. Drop one, and it wipes entire POIs and anyone unlucky enough to be in range. The damage is straight up cosmic. But of course, this is Epic we're talking about, so there's a catch. People figured out how to spam them non-stop, which is probably why Epic already disabled the item. Bottom line, it's a super fun item, but limited in supply. No limits though for using my creator code in the item shop. And speaking of fun, all across Oninoshima, you'll run into the roly-poly. Although after hanging out with these little dudes a couple of times, I'm not so sure roly-poly is even the right name. Each bug actually gets its own nickname after your first encounter, and trust me, there are plenty of them buzzing around. They work like a mix between the Rift Cube from last season and the Inflate Bull from Chapter 2 Season 7. Charge up a jump, launch yourself, and bounce off any surface. The stronger the charge, the higher you'll rebound off the ground. Bugs also give you a small dash ability, but it's so minor that almost everyone's just gonna spam the jumps. And honestly, you can cover some serious distance with them. Just don't forget about stamina, because over time, these little slime balls get tired. And if the bar hits 0, they slam straight into the ground and explode. But if bouncing around in bug goo isn't your thing, or if motion sickness kicks in after a couple jumps, OXR's got another option for you, the Hammerhead Chopper. At first glance, I thought it'd just be another transport chopper, but it turned out to be almost an exact copy, just with a different model, boosted HP, and some epic background music. The catch? This beast guzzles fuel like crazy. You'll need to refuel every 1,000 meters. So yeah, always keep a gas station marked on your map. Meanwhile, in Blitz mode, Epic almost completely reworked the island with the Week of Asteria. For those who don't know, Asteria is the codename for the Chapter 4 island. So if you're feeling nostalgic, jump into Blitz. The Asteria Week runs until September 2nd. Whether these old POIs will stay after the new event begins is still unknown, but as soon as we know, you'll hear about it here on my channel. Oh, and Blitz also dropped a collab with One Punch Man. Looks like Epic really liked their experiment with the unlimited Kamehameha, because now they've sprinkled a bit more chaos into the mix. Every looper can channel their inner Saitama. With his medallion, you can literally one-shot enemies. All you have to do is capture the flag at the Citadel, grab the medal, and then land a single punch. The poor guy goes flying straight back to the lobby. And you won't believe this, apparently the entire balance here is just the pickaxe attack speed being 20% slower. And considering the medallion also gives a movement speed buff, calling this balanced is a stretch, to say the least. Honestly, this whole update shows Epic's got a new obsession with knights and castles. Meanwhile in OG, the Der Burger Head was the other thing we're finally about to see, or maybe by the time you're watching this we've already seen the birth of the red cube on the island. And I'll admit, Epic even met. For those who missed out on Kevin's first appearance, here's the deal. Hours like this before. Rift abilities have always been tied to items connected to the 0 point, so yeah, weird stuff. Ballistic, yeah, if you even remember that mode, a massive update dropped, adding the castle map. And say what you will about Ballistic, but the map itself looks insane. If they added a location like this to Battle Royale, I'd be maining it non-stop. On top of the new map, Ballistic also got a fresh gadget that lets you deploy small cover shields, plus a new pistol mystery weapon that deals insane damage. And here's the kicker, all the maps now have reality numbers attached to them, which basically means Epic just tied Ballistic directly into the wider Fortnite multiverse lore. The next big Ballistic update is set for September 9th, just 2 weeks away. What's even more interesting is that this update left behind a lot of hints about Fortnite's future. Whether Epic did it on purpose or just forgot to clean up the files is hard to say, but there's a mountain of content coming. Data miners already confirmed Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. His medallion's image is sitting right there in the game files. That item will supposedly ping nearby players who are low on HP. And the cherry on top, Fortnite's 8th anniversary is almost here. No exact info on free rewards yet, but we will be getting a new free skin. The catch? You'll have to install Fortnite on mobile and complete a small set of quests. But let's be real, can an update even count without new skins? Of course not. And this time, Epic is aiming straight at our wallets. Case in point, the new Fate reskin, coming as part of September's Fortnite Crew subscription. This new skin looks insanely strong. Probably one of the coolest crew skins we've had all year. Definitely worth grabbing. And with the crew sub, you also get access to the Festival Battle Pass, which right now is collabing with Gorillas. You can already pick up Russell and Murdoch skins there, and if you check the item shop, you'll be able to spend those hard-earned V-Bucks on Noodle and 2D. Epic also dropped some content for the comp players. The Champion Mara skin will be up for grabs for free in the upcoming Blitz mobile tournament. And if you don't make it into the top ranks, no worries, FNCS Mara will show up in the item shop later. One of the standout skins this update is Dorian, a mysterious cowboy who gives off major Midas vibes. Agree? He honestly looks like he just walked out of the underworld. And I can't shake the feeling that he's connected to Midas, with their shared fashion sense, love of gold, and deadly aim. Meanwhile, Evie has officially joined OXR and is helping us fight off the swarm. Her new uniform looks clean, and for 800 or maybe 1,000, adding her to your locker is a no-brainer. Speaking of OXR, this update also dropped a full set with their agents. The skins themselves are kind of mid, but the new emote, packed with references to major story events like the Rocket, the Epicenter, Kevin the Cube, and even the last reality flagship, is a must-have for Fortnite lore fans like me. And for the fun skins? Say hello to Octobuddy. After our run-in with the Dark Presence, seeing this dude gives me some uncomfortable flashbacks. But as a skin, he's awesome. The best part? He's rocking 8 limbs, 2 legs, and 6 arms. So yeah, if you're into seafood jokes, Octobuddy's your guy. And speaking of long-awaited arrivals, the frontman has finally made it into Fortnite. Epic keeps milking that Squid Game collab for all it's worth, so his appearance was only a matter of time. If you're a fan of the franchise, this one's a must. The last 3 female skins though, kinda underwhelming, way too basic for my taste. And considering how many V-Bucks this update is about to drain from us, I'd say don't waste them on filler skins like these. Now, let's check out the new emotes. Almost all of them are instant locks for my locker. Honestly, it feels like Epic's been putting real effort into emotes lately, and I highly recommend keeping an eye on them this time. So, what can I say to wrap this up? The first update of the season came in strong, especially on the gameplay side, with some decent map changes to back it up. Most importantly, the destruction of Utopia City wasn't random filler. It's actually tied into the storyline, and that's the kind of stuff I want to see more of in future updates. Maybe even something bigger since we are heading into the end of the chapter. Let's just hope all this new content doesn't run dry after the next patch, leaving us chewing on recycled items by the end of the season. For now, drop a fresh like if you enjoyed this breakdown. And for those gameplay lovers out there, here's some fresh Blitz gameplay.